Happy Monday morning. It's Mike at Cross Country Mortgage. It's time for your Monday morning mortgage update for the week of July the 29th, end of the month, beginning of a new month this week. I hope you all had a great weekend. Boy, the weather was nice and cool, a little smoky, and our hearts go out to our clients that are being impacted by this fire. We have a lot of clients in this that have homes in this fire area, and our thanks and our grace and our prayers go out to the firefighters that are fighting this battle. We have a lot of clients that are firefighters. I want to show you, if you haven't found this resource, it's a great resource just to keep track of what's happening in the state of California. It's fire.ca.gov. It's an amazing site by CAL FIRE, and you can see all the fires in our area. You can go down here and click on the Park Fire, which started in my hometown of Chico, and it's amazing how fast this thing has moved. It's already up here in Redding. And you can really see the impact of this fire. It shows you real time where the helicopters and the airplanes are fighting this fire. You can scroll in and out, just a ton of different resources, some cameras and everything else. So if you want to keep update on this, obviously you can watch the news, listen to the radio, but this is a great website to use. So let's talk about the market. I always try to give you tools, tips, tactics, things that happened last week, what's going to happen this week, so you can go out and talk to your buyers and sellers and have more impactful conversations about what's happening and what's going to happen in the market. So last week, we actually saw rates improve a little bit, very slight, but I want to show you what's happened this month, in the month of July. So if we look at this chart, it's the trading of mortgage-backed securities in the bond market. Each one of these bars are candlesticks, and as I scroll my cursor through here, you can see they represent 1 day of trading. And if we go back to the right side, and you can see July 1st and 2nd, the beginning of this month, we've actually seen a really nice movement upward in the bond market, which means money's flowing into that bond market, and that means rates are getting better. So even though we've had some volatility, overall this month, we've seen a nice improvement, and that trend we hope and we expect to continue. Remember, at the beginning of this year, the talk was that the Fed was going to cut 6 times, and then at end of the first quarter, second quarter, no cuts, and then maybe 1 cut at the end of this year. Now, because of what we've seen over the last few weeks and month, we're starting to see some real signs that the economy is weakening, and a weaker economy and flatter inflation means that rates are going to get better. And now there's some indication that rates might get cut in September's meeting. The first cut in many months, couple years. So what's impactful this week? What's impactful is the Fed meeting that starts tomorrow, and jobs. A lot of jobs numbers are coming out. So let's talk about what that all means. So the Fed's meeting tomorrow, they'll end their meeting on Wednesday afternoon. Our Fed Chairman Jerome Powell will have a press conference, and he's going to tell us what he thinks, what the Fed members thought. Are they going to cut rates in September? Now, they're always very vague, very scriptic, or in how they're going to, what they're going to do. And if there's some indication that maybe the data is showing that there might be a rate cut, we're starting to see a weaker economy, a softening job market, all of that, flattening inflation, all of that indicates that we could have a rate cut in September. And we could start seeing this trend of mortgage rates improving, meaning going down, continue. And that would help affordability. It would be very impactful. So a lot of attention is going to be paid at the end of Wednesday and what the Fed chairman says. The next thing is jobs. A lot of jobs numbers are coming out this week, except for today. Every single day this week, jobs numbers are coming out. Wage, unemployment, jobless claims, just a ton of stuff. And that really is impactful. If fewer people have jobs and there's higher unemployment, that's a weakening economy. That's positive for rates. If wages go up, that's inflationary. That's weaker for rates. So we'll be paying a lot of attention to this. And there's some interesting reports that come out, and they're really broken into private jobs reports and the government jobs reports. So the bond market, which really pays attention to long-term forecasting, they want to have certainty. They don't want to be uncertain about what's happening, which is where mortgage rates are determined. If we start to see these private numbers show weaker jobs numbers, that's really positive. The bond traders pay more attention and put more weight in those private job numbers than they do the numbers that come out from the federal government, because the federal government numbers are not trusted, and they haven't been trusted for some while. Some people think they're manipulated, they're skewed. Why? Because it's in such conflict with the private numbers. They just don't make sense. They don't add up. So again, we'll be paying a lot of attention to these jobs reports coming out this week, with the big stuff coming out on Friday. So Wednesday's Fed meeting, Friday's big jobs numbers, again, paying a lot of attention to the stuff. Win of the week. I want to share with you a win of the week. Short escrows, fast fundings. We have a program called a fast track funding where we're able to fund a loan in less than 21 days. We've done 3 of those this month, and our borrowers got the approval in their offer because we were able to fund these loans and have a short escrow. So if you're challenged against getting your buyer's offers accepted, think about short escrows. We can do these. We have a very, very streamlined system, less than 21 days, funding on time, great pricing. So if you need any help with that and need any insight on how our fast track works, let me know. Check out the flyer attached to this email. What are we looking at as far as rates this week? Very volatile. We're floating. There is a real strong indication we could see an improvement if we see strong jobs numbers. If we see the Fed saying, you know what, we're not going to cut rates, then rates are going to get worse. So I think there's going to be a mix, but we're floating, expecting that we're probably going to see some positive news for rates this week. Have a great week. Let me know if you have any questions. Forward this to somebody who needs it, and I'll talk to you on Monday next week. Bye-bye.